You're getting into Cal now. What have you kind of seen through these first couple days of practice of stuff, maybe correcting some issues from Saturday?
Well, I just think the big thing is it's communication. It's a whole different challenge, and I think Cal, their offense does a million things. Trade, shift, motions. I mean, communication, just like we talked about from last week, needs to be at an all-time high. So this guys getting on the same page. It's simplifying. It's relying on your technique and making sure we're in the right position. So that's our focus. It's more, alignments and responsibilities over plays this week. I really believe that. We got to control the vertical pass game.
You guys have 14 sacks this year, but kind of in a unique way. 7 against Idaho, 7 against Colorado State, 0 against Wisconsin and Oregon. What do you do to kind of find that consistency so it's not just a huge output every other week and instead more of a consistent output?
Well, I would think the biggest thing is we got to be better with a 4-man pass rush, right? I think some of those numbers are a lot of them off of pressure, and obviously a lot of different people getting those sacks, which is a good thing coming from different angles. But our 4-man pass rush has got to be better, and we got to be able to make sure those guys are affecting the passer a lot more. And I don't know, it's just being consistent. It's just being consistent. Those are 2 good offensive lines you face with Wisconsin and Oregon, and I still think we're pretty good up front, and we got to go prove it.
You guys obviously have the duo of running backs with Nakia and Jalen Jenkins. Do you see Juvenski factoring in anytime soon, or is it maybe going to be kind of a slower process with him?
And it's nothing to do with the slower process. He's a true freshman, so right now he's doing what a lot of true freshmen do, and it's working on scout team and staying ready and still learning the offense and growing that way too. So it'll mainly be those 2 guys, but it's also because Katzer's done a really good job and has earned that really 3rd spot. So that's kind of where we're at with Javinsky.
With Ollie and Stribling, what have you seen in their development? What are those guys doing now that they weren't doing last year that's leading to some more success?
Well, I think it's just been over time, and hopefully they've been growing and maturing, but I think they practice harder. I think they're more focused each and every day they're out here. I think their preparation has gotten a lot better, and really proud of both of them and the way they've matured, right? So I think that anytime they do that and then you see the results on the field, it becomes powerful for a Leighton Smithson and a Ryan Peters and all those guys to get a chance to see how hard those guys are working.
How much is it kind of a 50-50 with like Dollar and Revere right now? Are you trying to have Dollar on the field a little bit more? How's that kind of working?
It was a little bit. Billy wasn't 100% last week, so I think it was Andre's opportunity to go in there, and we'll probably still lean a little bit heavier Billy, but sometimes getting them both out there and seeing what we can do in some short yardage packages and those type of things. So I think they're definitely unique and different and have their own strengths and weaknesses, and they've done a good job so far of getting better each week.
How do you like the guys' response this week? I know, not always easy coming into practice after a game like that. What have you seen from them? Just maturity?
Just a lot of hard work, a lot of hard work, and not chippy hard work, mature work, right? Guys that also got to understand you got to come out here and have fun at work, right? If it's just work all the time and it's hard, man, that starts to grind on you a little bit. So come out, have fun, put in the work, understand what we need to do. It's a new week, it's a new opportunity, and it's a completely different challenge, right? And we're still at home defending our own field. So I think it's one of those things you got to move on quickly, and I think our guys have done that.
Looking good for Jordan Lee to have this weekend?
We're getting there. He's starting to work more into the team sessions, and we're getting him there. And I think there's definitely moments in this game that fit him, right? Some of the bigger body personnels keep it in shorter spaces, and he's done everything that we could possibly ask to get back out on the field. And we're hopefully get a chance to see those results this week.
How cool is it to have that Rose Bowl team coming back this weekend? Are they going to get a chance to, talk to the
We're
team?
working on that. We're working on that. I'm working on Coach Price for Friday night, and I just think it's history, right? And it's Washington State history that there's so many guys that have laid the foundation for what we have now. And trust me, they didn't have all these nice buildings and different things. And I got a chance to. I didn't know. I was actually watching some of the highlights of it. I swear, Leaf spiked that ball. We should have got another play, right? So I was watching that, and I was like, man, we should have got a Hail Mary at the end there. So just to get those guys around and to do something that we all strive to do here, and that's winning the Pac-12 and then getting to a Rose Bowl, and to have those guys do it, to share that experience with the players, I think is really important.
When you're looking at Cal, Wilcox comes in, he's been there for a while now.
Yeah.
It seems like he's really instilled the defense, and that's sort of been their identity.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the tape, do you see that they're a defensive team for the most part?
Yeah, I mean, I think even this year it's flipped just a little bit where they're pretty balanced. I think they got a bunch of good young wide receivers and a really, really good young running back. But obviously when that's your calling card, that's been his focus, and I think defensively they play hard and aggressive. And I think that's the makeup of what you see of him in his past and what he's done in his history. So they're physical and aggressive, and they're a tough team to beat. And I think they're proving that, and I think they're coming in here with a lot of confidence too on what they've done early in their season.